What is going on, everyone? Israel back in with another video. In today's video, we have a lot of interesting things to talk about with spring training just starting with the MLB. So let's get right into this video. We have a lot of interesting stories about spring training. We've obviously seen the new rules come into place with, the pitch clock and everything like that. And it's been pretty interesting to see. There's also been a lot of injuries as well across the league. I don't know if anyone's really noticed that, but we have a lot of injuries, as well as we've seen some of the guys playing in the World Baseball Classic make their first appearances and starts in the field. So that's been very exciting to see as well. So let's talk about this whole pitch clock situation. So I know it's going to be a big adjusting point, especially for the guys in the World Baseball Classic, just because it's not in that, so you can take as long as you want. So with the guys in the MLB right now, the pitch clock, I think it's around like 15 seconds, and then at 8 seconds you have to look at the batter, or you have to look at the pitcher, or something like that for both sides. And then if both are not ready, it's a ball and strike. So if it's a 3-2 count, no idea what happens there. So it's been a little interesting. A lot of the hitters are, I think, having trouble with this, which makes sense across the board. Personally, I think it's pretty dumb. I think it should be a little longer. It should be like 20-25 seconds. 15 is kind of crazy in my opinion. But it is speeding up the games like a lot. I've seen the times. Games are getting done in like 2 hours, 30 minutes, or 2 hours. But it's only 7 innings or 9 innings sometimes, so it can be kind of fluky. But yeah, the games are getting done a lot faster, which I guess MLB's happy about. I'm not really sure why. You'd figure you want the games to go longer, more people watch, you get more sales in the stadium, all that good stuff. But yeah, I don't know about that. But yeah, the games are ending a lot faster, so it's been pretty interesting to watch. A lot of people say they actually like it, the faster games and stuff. I just hope it doesn't happen in the playoffs, because that'd be kind of stupid. I think the pitch clock violation thing's also dumb. I think they need to make it a little bit longer, because when my team's fighting for a playoff spot and I get called out for a pitch clock violation and we don't go to the playoffs, that is the dumbest thing in the world, and it's going to happen in this season. People are getting mad about it in spring training alone. I just can't wait till it happens during the regular season, when you need a big hit or big walk or something like that, and we have a stupid pitch clock violation that ends the game. So we'll see how that goes. Obviously, we saw the famous Boston Braves clip. That went pretty viral in the baseball community. So that was pretty interesting. Yeah, but personally, I think they make it a little bit longer. Or at least 20 seconds. I think would be pretty good. Yeah, it's actually speeding up the pace of play a little bit, which is nice. Yeah, I'm still kind of iffy on that. I don't really know how I feel about it yet. It's a little weird. The bigger bases seem pretty cool, and then the shift also seems a lot better. So I think some of the new rules are actually pretty good. So the pitch clock, I'd like to see like a little bit longer, so the guys get a little bit more time to actually get in the flow of things again. But that's just my opinion on that situation. And then we obviously seen guys like Matt Scherzer. He tries to manipulate the pitch clock. I've seen it multiple times where he just, he gets the pitch instantly, because most time he's calling it, and he just sits. As soon as the batter steps in, he's throwing the pitch on a quick pitch. So he can actually manipulate the clock really well. There's also other clips of spring training. Like, the games have been pretty good so far before everyone's left for the World Baseball Classic, which has been pretty fun to watch those guys compete. And now most of the teams are getting some of those prospects and some of their full lineups in without the World Baseball Classic guys. So interesting to see that. They've also been new shifts I've been seeing with Gallo. Obviously, Joey Gallo on the Twins now, he's really known for hitting that shift a lot and not really performing the best. They've got a new shift going on where they pretty much have all their infielders stay the same. So the first baseman, third, they're pretty much where they're at. Second and short, more up the middle. And the left fielder is going to that deep second baseman hole, which we saw last year. And then the right fielder and center fielder are playing a little more left. So that's been pretty crazy. I'll throw a picture up on screen so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. The shifts are getting crazy. People are trying to manipulate it. Some people are saying, they might need to add outfield shift rules now, which would be kind of crazy. I don't think they're going to do something like that mid-season. I think they should have waited to use this during the actual regular season. I think that would have been better than the spring training, because then more teams are probably going to do this now, which kind of sucks for Joey Gallo. He can never just get like a normal non-shift thing, which kind of sucks. I don't know, if I'm him, I might be butting it down third baseline. Plus, if you hit it to left field, you might get like a home run, you know what I'm saying? So that's the risk there with that whole shift thing, which is pretty interesting. So yeah, spring training has been really interesting with these, new like rules and new, things people are trying and stuff. So definitely been very interesting spring training so far. So let's talk about these injuries now. We're seeing a lot of guys getting injured, which is pretty concerning. We obviously just saw Gavin Lux, he just tore his ACL running. It looked really bad. Reminded me of that Bryce Harper situation where his knee was like bent back. It was very scary. Which was not ideal to look at, to be honest. And then we've seen guys like Joe Musgrove, who, I think he's fractured his toe in the weight room or something like that. So that is not ideal for him. I don't know how that's going to work out for him. He could probably still throw, but he probably just can't pitch or whatever. So that was a little unfortunate from him, but a couple of injuries from a couple of these teams coming in. Once again, Tyler Glasnow, he had an oblique injury, expected to miss a lot of time, which also kind of sucks. So there's a lot of other guys as well that I'm forgetting, but that's some of like the big name players so far that are we're currently seeing. But there are other guys that have got hurt, or they've broken something. The list is kind of crazy if you actually go through it. But yeah, I mean, hopefully the injuries kind of slow down. I know guys are getting back into the swing of things, especially the pitchers. It could be kind of tough. But hopefully, we got healthy players, because it seems like every other day someone's getting hurt or someone's getting injured or whatever. So it's getting a little crazy. And yeah, then we've seen some of the guys in the World Baseball Classic play in spring training. It's been very exciting to watch. I know Tani had a pretty good start when he was on the mound. And we've also seen Stroman. He had at least one good start already, and then some of the guys are flying out today when I'm recording this video. So it's been pretty interesting to watch. Exciting to see all these guys are getting coverage in their countries, which is really cool. I think Lars Newbar got a lot of coverage where he's playing as well. So a lot of the Team Japan guys left already. So pretty much, you're playing the World Baseball Classic. You're pretty much going by now, since you play in about 6 to 7 days. So pretty cool to see them kind of get a couple reps in before they leave. So it's very exciting to watch them get in. And now it's just pretty much the prospects and MLB guys. So we'll be seeing how the rest of spring training plays out. Probably won't pay attention too much to it, just compared to the Classic, obviously. But excited to see how it actually turns out for all the players. Then we have a lot of drops in the Classic too. If you guys don't know how the drops work, so if you get injured, you get dropped from the roster or lineup, and then someone else gets added. This happened with Suzuki. This just happened to a couple other teams. Obviously, we've seen it on Team USA. We've seen it in Puerto Rico recently. We've seen it in Mexico, I'm pretty sure, as well, where a couple of these guys are getting hurt or whatever, and they have to drop. So really not the best situation for them. Like, say, who Suzuki dropped the other day because of an oblique injury. So not really the best for those guys that are getting injured. But yeah, that's what happens if you have to drop and then they just replace you with someone else. I'm pretty sure is how it works. So that's something you gotta realize as well heading into the World Baseball Classic. So I'm very excited about this. I upload the video, obviously my predictions and everything. By the time this video is going out, we'll only be a couple days away from the actual tournament kicking off. So very excited about that. But overall, the Classic, I think it's gonna be a fun tournament, and there's a lot of things up in baseball right now. A lot of people are enjoying the pace of play right now. A lot of people are hyped for the World Baseball Classic. We're finally getting back in the swing of things. It's finally March, so there's a lot of things to be hyped about. So personally, I can't wait. So, and then we also got MLB The Show coming around at the end of March, and as well as the regular season. So a lot of interesting stuff to cover across multiple channels. We'll be here for all of it, covering everything with the World Baseball Classic, and then we're gonna go right into MLB The Show. So that's how we're looking up for the next couple of weeks here, and I'm personally very excited to do all that stuff. So if you guys do enjoy this video, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Go check me out on my Twitter, my TikTok, and this YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, everyone.